Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stanley Panamavel Stanislav Stanley Kosakowski. Today is the 15th of February 2023. Today I would like to tell you about the Polish political arena. Polish political arena consists such a party PiS, that's been PIS, that's been Prawo i Sprawiedliwość in Polish. In English is Law and Justice. This is main party. In the present time they are in the power. Plus the Solidarity Poland. That's a coalition. Those two parties, they are running the country right now. Besides this, there is opposition. Opposition. There is such a party like from the PO as a civic platform through deviants up to down to communists and the WAKOS they call Confederation or Konfederacja. That's the Polish present situation on the political arena. Main Polish parties who are running the country right now, that's been Law and Justice and the Solidarity Poland. This party are influenced by the United States, and they are looking for all kind of closer relations to the United States and some other Anglo-Saxon country like United Kingdom. And the opposition for many generations, for many years, they are agenda of special for Germany and the Western European countries, and so that's how it is. So in the present situation of in the face of war, we can see which coalitions were closer to the coalition, which Poland can succeed more or lose less. That's been still the relationship with the United States works, and the relationship even under this present administration of President Biden is still in the good level. Of course, there was a much better situation when Trump was running the country, because Trump, at least from the moral point of view, not only from the moral, from the economical, from the political, and the moral point of view, was much closer to the Polish patriots. Because I will have to tell you about one more thing about the Polish parliament, about the Polish political arena. The party which now in the opposition side, that's been from the thieves. Let's make this simple. From the thieves, crooks, deviants, and communists. These parties are we call the left-wing parties. Somehow they call the civic the Law and Justice Party and Solidarity Poland. Somehow with some reason which I don't understand why, they call the Polish right-wing party or even extreme right-wing party. This is very funny because now all over the world, not only in Poland but also in Germany, even in the United States, the right-wing party, there is in reality there are left-wing party. The PiS, Law and Justice, is a typical left-wing party. Only what they have from the right side, there is they call conservatives. They have they don't fight against the church, against the Christianity, and especially against the Catholic Roman Catholics. This is only the one small point about this party, as we can call the right-wing party. I mean, more conservative. But to be honest, from the political, from the economical point of view, this party, which all over the world they are calling the right-wing party, they are typical left-wing party. The same thing is in Germany. Germany also, even some of the parties, they have a Christian name in a part of the name of the party, but they are also very left-wing parties. And then from the other side, is Polish opposition. Polish opposition, there's mostly the traders, crooks, deviants, and some other perverts, and some, all kind of, they call it the lefties. But they also, from the moral point of view, they hate church. They usually they put the money in the interest of the Western countries. So they are. The Western countries, such as Germany, they are supporting this very left-wing party, let's say the Polish opposition. Because, like you can see in the United States or even in Germany, in Western Europe, there is for decades, there is a big fight against the Christianity and against the church. And the Poland is from that on that base, they call the right-wing party. But to be honest, we have to be correct in the way we name such a political structures, because we are completely wrong with the naming them, with the wrong naming them, wrong of naming them. And another thing. In Poland, there is no such a thing like a right-wing party. We don't have any free market economy party. We don't have conservatives. They're real conservatives. There used to be a party they call Confederation, which tried to be as a conservative party, the right-wing party, and the Polish political arena. That's why I even vote for them. But at the end of the road, I find out they are some kind of wackos. They are weird people. Usually they looks like they are sponsored by the Russians or Putin. They are even maybe not worse, but on the same level like the rest of the opposition. They are they're very weird people, but but at the beginning they didn't mention such a crazy ideas like years ago. But now, when they got maybe about 11 parliament members from last election to the Polish parliament, they show the cards, and then the cards they're showing the reality of this structure. So, like I said, the left-wing party in Poland, in Western Europe, United States, they call the Democrats, they're left-wing parties. But to be honest, I consider myself as a conservative and right-wing party, right-wing supporter. But there is no such a thing like in Poland, like a right-wing party. So we have to. I'm saying it probably is more likely you can find in the Polish immigrants in the United States, Canada, they call the Polonia. Probably you can find more of these people who can create the party outside the Poland, in the Anglo-Saxon countries, especially United States, Canada. Probably there's more people who think conservative, because when they immigrate from Poland, they learn the free market economy, they learn how to be your own boss and something like this. So they didn't get any free lunch. So they learn the really free market. So they can, if they learn the free market, they can spread this idea in Poland. But there is no such a thing. There is no such a movement in Poland right now. And the one more thing, left-wing parties, for example, in the United States, you can see the Democrats, and you can see, let's say, the typical democratic states like the California. Take a look at it, how many people are homeless, they living on the streets, and drug addicts, all kind of stuff, and see if this is supposed to give you the idea and show you the reality of the democratic parties, a democratic way of running the state. I'm not talking about the country, but also it could be in the country, but the states. The conservative states like Texas was very rich state, but Texas also now we are becoming the left-wing, more liberal country, liberal Democrat influence. They are influenced by the Democrats because most of these wackos from California, these left-wing people, leftists, they moved to, because they don't like this California any longer, because they messed up that state really badly. They moved to Texas, and now in Texas they are in Texas because of this migration of these people. Texas became the left-wing state, so that's what happens. Same thing could be in Poland, in the other countries. But that's the situation in Poland from the political point of view, the situation in the political arena. One more thing, I don't know, maybe I didn't explain to you well enough, but this Polish opposition, from the weirdos, from the crackheads, from this deviants and all kind of, they are looking for the support especially in Germany. And not only in Germany, but also from the people like this billionaire, I forgot his name. They are these billionaires or the left-wing parties all over the Europe, and the governments, special governments like German government, they are supporting. They are supporting with the money, with the political influence, economical influence, which we can see in the European Union. The influence in Poland. They want to change the government in Poland from so they call so right wing government to the left wing. This is left wing, but they want to make sure there will be typical leftists and very and which will surrender the power, economical power, political power, to the Germany or the European Union, to the Western governments. They don't want to have any strong Poland in this part of the world. So that's why I'm from the beginning, even you can see the hat, the mega hat, I was supporting the Donald Trump because he was like, how we say, he was supporting the idea of the Three Seas coalition. And in the Three Seas coalition, that's been country from the Baltic states through Poland, through Romania, Bulgaria, and all these people from north to south, which could be like we can call New Europe, because these countries, people, they taste the communists already, because they were occupied. They were occupied by the Russians for many years. So they understand there is a communism, socialism, not the way to run the country. It's not the way is the worst place to live. But good. I mean, good and bad. I mean, good. This present Polish government, they are stick with the Russian administration, even the United States administration. Even Biden is a typical Democrat. You know, he called himself the Catholic, but he's for pro-abortion. So that's been he's got nothing to do with the Catholicism. To be honest, if you talk about the moral point of view, United States and the present situation when the president is President Biden and Kamala Harris, there is not moral vector to show how to manage the country. President Trump was more he was a Christian person, and he's got a more value. That's why, to be honest, I like the people with the values. I don't like the people who you can which you can buy with the money or with the influence, with the political influence, and so on and so forth. So the how we call the government of the government in the United States under Donald Trump, I think, was much better. But to be honest, even in the government of the Biden is very good for Poland in the situation in the face of the war in the Ukraine. Because it doesn't matter if they like the church or they're against the church, they have moral values or they don't have any moral values. But now in the present situation, United States is supporting Poland a lot. So I'm very happy. The Biden changed his mind, and probably it's not Biden, but maybe people from the Pentagon, from the military sector. They influenced him, and he changed his mind, because on the beginning he was pro-Russia. He said, let the Putin take some part of the Ukraine and make a peace and love and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden the situation changed, and he changed his mind. Probably he was influenced by some, because he looks like a person who is not keeping control and everything was going on, but he's got people who are helping him, and very happy he changed his mind, and he put so much armed force and other things to Western Europe to also to help the Poland in the fight with the European Union. We're talking about this corruption scandal and stuff like this. So we have friends in the United States. I'm also Polish American, so I'm very happy. Poland is with the close friend with the United States. To be honest, if those countries close to the United States, maybe in the past they suffer a lot, so that's why they have a different opinion about the United States. But usually, when the friend is kind of far away, like United States, far away, because over the ocean. The difference there is a difference with the friendship. There is not such a big and great influence of the American political and economical and the moral interest on Poland than on, for example, on some Latin American countries. So to have a friendship in the United States make a lot of sense. Some people who say it's not, they are wrong. Wrong to have friends with the Germany, with the European Union, because they are very close, and they have no interest to become Poland as a strong country who will have a sovereign government and run the country the way they want. That's why the friend is better if the friend is far away or is too close. Germany, to be honest, they were never friends, and it probably looks like the German mentality is much different, and is still constant. Is the same like it was decades ago. But it looks like to me, the Germans, they learned something from the war, but even I thought maybe when they import so many immigrants especially from the African and Asian countries, the Islamists, maybe in the future the mentality of Germans will change, because when the culture mix with this African and the Asian culture, maybe will become something the German will dissolve themselves in that arena. But to be honest, when you look at the Germany, let's say, for example, like Ozil, the Borussia Bayern Monachium player, still, even if he was born in Germany, and his parents came from Turkey, I guess, still the Germans, the white Germans, they called it. They call themselves a migrant, And when he wins, he's a German. When he loses, he's a migrant. So the Germans still have that agenda. They care about themselves, but they ignore. They dissolve Islamists. They dissolve Poland and Polish people. So they will never change, to be honest. And we have to put our money in the American bank, not in German. But Polish the opposition, they invest whole their life, how they influence and stuff like this in Germany, because they think, because if they will be nice and polite to the German government, and Germany as a country, or not only Germany, also French, but West European countries special to Germany, they will still have the power of. They will have they still can run all businesses, which they took over from the communist government when they became they called the businessmen. So they invest this opposition invest in Germany, which is not the friend, because they are called the traitors. They are typical traitors, and these traitors are in the Polish parliament, in the European Union. They are all over. And if Poland, they don't eliminate them, there will be still a problem in Poland for many years to come. That's all for now. Thank you, my friends. I'll talk to you later. Bye now.